guys, so today we're going to be discussing things that we have to leave in 2023. It's me, Bessie. Today, I felt that I had been called to make a video since it is the new year. All of these are very personal to me and my life, but I feel like they would be very helpful to you as well. Before we get into it, just a reminder that if it's your first time here, welcome. If it is your second time, thank you for coming back. Number one, we are not going to indulge in trend following. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about those TikTok or the Sephora kids. I can give a pass to them because they are 12, and that's a whole separate issue of how children are being influenced, especially young girls are being influenced to act and have the needs of teenagers and adults. You are sitting in a room full of cheap Shein clothes piling up. Now, I can't say that I am guiltless. I'm pretty sure 2 of the things I'm wearing right now are Shein. And now I don't shop at Shein because quality over quantity. Always quality over quantity. It's really important that you find out what works for you. And even if you have a lot of stuff, make sure that stuff is good quality and it is true to you. Do not follow a trend that is just like something that you see a lot. Some mindsets are trendy. The girl boss mindset is pretty trendy. And I think there are benefits to that mindset, but you don't have to become somebody else. You can take elements of things. A certain style is trending. Maybe take the element of that style that you like, but you don't have to literally copy paste an outfit that you saw on Instagram just because you think somebody else looked good in it. Because now you're not even considering whether it looks good on your body type or anything. Think about yourself. Think about yourself when you are making decisions that will affect you. Number 2. So we are going to keep our lips zipped this year. We are not oversharing this year. Absolutely not. Before you speak, think, did they ask me about this? Did they ask me about this? Before I tell this random story from when I was like 16, and that's definitely like maybe a little embarrassing, just because I want to talk and I want to interact. Did they even ask? Is it even relevant to the conversation? After I tell them this, will it change their perception of me? Will they always have a little inside joke or a little quip to make? Because that's what people do with the information that you tell them. You tell somebody a little embarrassing story thinking tee giggles, and then you're in front of somebody that you want to impress and they want to tell the other person the embarrassing thing because you were so quick to share that information with somebody that you weren't that close to or that didn't even need to know that information. That person that you're around is like, oh, they shared this information with me and I'm not even that close to them. So obviously I can share this information with everybody. And that might not be what you wanted. You might have just been in the moment, in the spur of the moment, you're like, yeah, let me share this. Vomit of the mouth. Word vomit. Blah, 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 blah. It happens. It happens to me. This is my biggest thing this year is I need to shut up. I need to shut up. Quiet. Silence. That is the most important thing. But I'm telling you right now, nobody needs to know about anything that they didn't ask. And even if they do ask you something, I'm gonna make a whole video about things that you should not be sharing with other people. But if they ask you something personal, you better dodge that question. You better, who did this, Lil' Kim? You better dodge that freaking question. I'm telling you right now, not everybody is your friend. Not everybody is your friend. So leave oversharing in 2023, please. This is the year where you keep your mouth shut and you listen more than you talk. Listen more than you talk. I'm telling you, because once you start listening to people, you're going to understand things about them and you're going to be able to dissect who you even want to be around. Number 3, giving more than you are receiving. The only person that you should be giving more to than yourself is your child and God himself. God, Jesus Christ. That is the only person that you should be giving more to than you are receiving. either a child, someone you are taking care of. Those are the only situations where that happens. If you have somebody who is like not dependent on you at all for anything, then they shouldn't be dependent on you for everything. And they should be giving you the exact same energy. Now, we do have a thing where we want to match energy. So if somebody's not replying to us, we're not gonna reply to them. If they're being petty, I'm gonna be petty, blah, blah, blah. But I want you guys this year to rise above. Do not give them more energy, but do not be rude. Because when you're rude, you're actually still giving them energy. It's just negative energy. So if you are so nice to this person, you give so much to this person, you give your soul to this person, and they're giving you crumbs, they're giving you little, yeah, half-ass responses and all of that stuff, leave it in the dust. I'm such a big advocate for ghosting people. It's not even funny. You can politely ghost. You can ghost with warning even. Leave. You can leave. You are not stuck to the ground. You do not have roots in the ground. You can go. You need to find people who will cherish you. Obviously, I do not know everybody's situation, but if you are able to leave, do not let your emotions or your sympathy, empathy, whatever, keep you somewhere where it's draining you and not benefiting you in the least. That is not smart. Number 4. This is a big one. Big one. And I need you guys all to listen to me. Listen to me when I tell you, you need to put limits on your apps. You need to put limits on your apps. The screen time is too high. I'm gonna put it plain and simple. If your screen time is 8 hours, and half of that is Instagram or TikTok, we cannot keep doing that. Doom scrolling needs to be left in 2023. Doom scrolling is done, because that is just, it's a drug. It's a drug, guys. It is dopamine hit. It is cheap dopamine. It's like the fucking crack from around the corner. It's the crack from around the corner. We need to find ways to get our dopamine that is sustainable and healthy and valuable and gives us knowledge. You cannot be scrolling on TikTok for 5 hours and all the knowledge you got out of it is how to like flatten the corner of your carpet or something, like a little hack. It is absolutely consequential that we do not give away our lives to these phones. And the problem is, you can be stuck in that doom scrolling. You can be stuck in the doom scrolling for hours. Those are hours of your life where you could be doing anything else that would be benefiting you for the future. You have to build your future you right now, because everything you're doing right now is going to change who you are tomorrow. 5, schedule your days. You cannot have an aimless day. You don't have to be doing something intense for it to help you. Let's say you have a day and you have like 2 hours open in your day. The rest of it you're working or doing something else that's essential. You don't have to do nothing. Even planning to use that time for entertainment is a plan. If you have like a completely free day and you don't want to do anything work related, do things that are you related. Go out, have a coffee somewhere. Maybe just like plan a vacation that you can't afford to go to yet, but maybe just plan it so that it's in your mind, it's in your soul, like it's something that you're starting to manifest. Like, pay attention to yourself and do not have aimless days that just fly away. Obviously, you're not going to remember every single day, but if you can know in your soul that every single day you did something for yourself to help yourself, then you are going to feel good about every day that goes by. 6. This is one for me, so I'm gonna look at myself. You can stop letting others dictate your emotions. Now, this one is pretty hard to hear because it's like, well, if somebody's making me mad, then I'm gonna be mad. True. But we need to work on controlling how our anger manifests in our mouths, in our minds, in our bodies. Your anger should not be making you shake, break things. That's a big one for me. It should not be making you literally turn into a monster. Your anger should not be doing that to you. It should not be making you violent or anything like that, which is a big thing I had to work on when I'll just take off the poster. It was just to put something interesting in the background. I can be angry, I can be seething, but I cannot freak out on anybody, because once you freak out on someone, they are going to have these negative feelings about you, that you are a person who cannot control themselves, and either they're going to be scared to tell you things, they are going to purposely irritate you because they don't like you and they know that you're easy to trigger. They are going to get to you. They're going to get you. You don't want to get got. Also, acknowledge that you may have anger issues. I may have anger issues. You don't have to be somebody who like was throwing tables across the classroom in high school or anything to have anger issues. You do not have to be anybody that like manifests and thinks about killing people to have anger issues. If your anger makes you like see red, or like not to be cringy, but like it makes you unable to feel like you're in your body, like if you're having out of body experiences when you're angry, you have anger issues and you need to figure that out, either with a therapist, with God, journaling, because some things do not need to be dealt with angrily in the moment. The way you present yourself to the world is you societally. And you societally is what gets you things. You societally is what drives all your interactions and everything that you will receive. You can know that in your heart, in your soul, like God knows you. God knows you. However, the way that you act, like God knows that too. You will be okay. You will be okay tomorrow and the day after that, even if this person is super rude to you. That does not mean you don't say anything. That just means you don't cuss people out. Controlling your anger does not mean you stay silent. It means you talk to people in a way where you're telling them, I don't like the way you're talking to me, so I'm going to either leave this conversation or we are going to continue this conversation and we're going to have it properly. People may get very angry at you, but at least you are not yelling. They're yelling at you. And so you have the power when someone starts yelling at you. But if somebody starts fighting you, you better hit back. I'm sorry. Somebody starts pulling your hair, you better whop. 7, resentment. Resentment is something that we need to leave in 2023. You cannot still be angry at somebody who bullied you 10 years ago. I'm telling you, even if they dragged you across the hallway and threw your things down the stairs, you do not ever have to be friends with them. I'm not telling you that. You do not have to kumbaya. You do not even have to talk to them and text them a cringy little text where you're like, I forgive you for everything that you did to me in high school. Like, it's okay. Like, I've come to grips with it. Do not do none of that cringy nonsense, please. You, in your heart, you need to let go of things. You need to let go of things and understand who you are right now. You need to understand who you are right now, and that even though those experiences happen to you, they happen to you for a reason, whether it be a lesson, whether it just be something that you had to go through, because something bad that you went through can help somebody else going through the same things. It can help you get future job opportunities. You never know what your horrible experiences can help you do in the future. Do art, do social work, whatever those negative experiences can like manifest into, please do that. Resentment towards people needs to be left in 2023. And I'm talking about your exes too. You need to stop talking shit about them. Because they are also only human, and they may be horrible humans to you. Do not speak negatively on people who are not in your life, because they are in a new era of their life. You're in a new era of your life, and it is such a loser activity to be bringing up somebody every single time that you talk. And like, they are the topic of your conversation. Like, gossip is a big thing that needs to be left in 2023. I can't believe I didn't write that on my 10 things, but then it's gonna be 11 things then. We are people. We can talk about ourselves. We can talk about our dreams. We can have little silly goofy laughs. We can talk about like I don't know what's happening in the news, anything other than other people that exist, you know? I'd even say don't even gossip about celebrities too much. Like, you can talk about celebrities and like kind of what's going on with them, but do not gossip about a celebrity for like hours. No. As in, I don't really watch that many drama videos anymore because I'm like, what do these regular people's lives have to do with me? No more gossip, no more resentment. We are going into the new year as somebody who has no enemies. You have fans and friends and people who are irrelevant. If somebody is constantly talking about you and constantly trying to be in your life and antagonize you, that is a fan. You have friends, those people that uplift you, and then the irrelevant people. That's not to say that everybody else is like a bad person. Irrelevancy doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just means that they are not relevant to your life. Like, not to say that anybody is an NPC. Everybody is the main character in their life, but everybody should be an NPC in your life if they are not your friend. And if they are your enemy, that is just a fan. Number eight is something super important, and I know we've been hearing this over and over and over again, but no more negative self-talk. You are all you've got other than God. At the end of your life, you will be by yourself. And I'm sorry that sounds very gruesome. You cannot be your worst enemy. You are beautiful. Whether you are societally beautiful or not, you have to love what you do. And sometimes that takes a lot of outer and inner work. Sometimes we hate ourselves because of things that we went through. Sometimes we hate ourselves because of what people told to us, and sometimes we hate ourselves because we just don't feel good inside. Take this day by day. I know this one is not the easiest one, but when you look at yourself in the mirror and you tell yourself something, everybody says this, but if you wouldn't want your best friend to get told that, then you shouldn't be telling it to yourself. You could have a best friend that looks exactly like you. You could have a best friend that looks exactly like you. If somebody told your best friend that they had a big nose and fat lips and they were fucking ugly, you would defend your friend to the death. So why are you telling yourself that? When you know that that would make your friend feel bad, why are you telling yourself that to make yourself feel bad? And why are you letting anybody else tell you that? And internalizing it? Who are they? Who are they? They are not you. No negative self-talk in 2024. Number 9, constant indulgence in your vices. I'm not telling you that you are going to perfectly do anything, but there are some vices that we need to cut out. And I hate to say it, babes, but you gotta stop smoking and drinking. You gotta stop smoking and drinking. At least not as much as you do right now. Every Saturday is not okay. Every Saturday is not okay. Listen to me. Every Saturday, not okay. Maybe twice a month, good. Every Saturday, and then you throw in a Friday, and then you throw in a Tuesday, and then you drink at home, and then you drink. You're an alcoholic, babes. Alcohol will ruin your skin. It'll ruin how you feel inside. You have a organ that has to deal with that every single Saturday. Control your vices, whether that be explicit content as well. Number 10, and this is one for all my little pushovers. Hey, talking to you. You cannot, this is number 10, you cannot stay quiet about things that need to be nipped in the bud. If someone is disrespecting you, if someone is causing an issue in your life that can be nipped in the butt right there, you are not letting that issue drag for a year. Especially when it comes to men. You tell a man that he did something to you 2 months ago, that man forgot what even happened 2 months ago. That man forgot that if he even brushed his teeth this morning. You cannot tell anybody something months later and expect them to have the same amount of empathy and sympathy as they would have. Or maybe they wouldn't even have had empathy months ago. But you cannot expect them to even have the know-how of how to handle this situation months later. And you cannot use just I was scared to tell you, because some people, I'm telling you, some people will empathize with you, some people will, but other people don't give a fuck. They're like, I don't care, that was 2 months ago, why are you tripping? So let's not bring things up 2 months later. let's bring them up immediately. Let's bring them up immediately. Let's find solutions. And if there's no solutions, walk away. Walk away from the situation. If it is a situation that is actually detrimental to your health, well-being, whatever, if it cannot be resolved, you leave. You leave in whatever way you can. Whatever way it's possible to leave a situation that is not good for you, you leave. You do not let situations fester in your soul and make you blow up or ruin your life. That's basically it, everybody. Those are the things that we are leaving, that I am leaving in 2023. And in 2024, we are bringing so much goodness. I'm going to leave you guys. Make sure you like, you comment, subscribe, and comment if you guys want any videos about anything. And yeah. Okay, bye.